Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. New pitcher for South Sevier, Riker Freeman. Keegan Heath goes to center. Biggs Northrop to left. Riley Barney to second base. And Payson Mitchell comes out of the ball game. Strike one there to Carson Blomquist. Riker Freeman, the left-hander, just a freshman.
Yeah, and he's been good all year long, but South Sevier not giving up on this game yet. They feel like lots of baseball yet to be played. They want to give Kanab a different look and see if they can't slow down this scoring and then do some of their own. That ball's hit to right field. Looks like Hagen Morrell camps under it, makes a third out.
Okay, so the F9 for out number 3, but the South Sevier or Kanab Cowboys come up with 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on. So at the end of 2.5, it's 5-0 Kanab. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Just a reminder, Albee Lumber in Manti and Monroe custom manufactures trusses to order. Give them a call if you need a quote on trusses for your building project, large or small. Albee has architectural shingles on sale, plus great deals on Trex decking. Need power tools? Albee Lumber has a full line of power tools at great prices right now. Come in and check the sale items with new deals every week at Albee Lumber in Manti and Monroe, where the wood is good and so is the hardware.
For enjoyable Western dining, there's only one stop in Southern Utah, Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant in Kanab. Stop in for their special chicken fried steak with Bob's homemade country gravy and delicious Western entrees. They also offer takeout. Just call 644-2488. That's 644-2488. Houston's Trails Inn features remote site catering. Anywhere, anytime, any place. Just phone 435-899-2140. So make plans to stop by Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant and mobile catering in Kanab, where the waitresses wear guns on their hips and a smile on their lips.
Your home for high school sports.
KSVC.
Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here at Gates Field. The South Sevier Rams coming to bat in the bottom of the 3rd inning, down 5-0. They're going to come to the plate with 8-9-1. Tyson Robb, Hagen Morrell, and Riley Barney.
Yeah, South Sevier looking to get some sort of rally going themselves. So far in the game, they've only had the 2 base runners. They had one Keegan Heath back in the 1st inning, had a single, and then was caught stealing, and then Peyton Ingram drew a walk. But so far it's been all Kanab.
So Riker Freeman replaces Payson Mitchell in the lineup. Got Tyson Robb at the plate, facing Griffin Bone. First pitch fouled off behind us. Strike 1.
Yeah, and Tyson Robb, last week we saw him get hit by a pitch twice. He flew out to center field, and then he struck out in his last at-bat.
So the 0-1. Swing and miss. Swung over the top of a curveball for strike 2. Griffin Bone was just giving up the 2 hits, 1 in each of the first 2 innings. No runs, just the 1 walk. That pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, right now Robb down the count, but he's done a nice job right there laying off the pitch, not chasing for strike 3.
Ball in the dirt, going to even things up.
I feel like so far, too, Willie, in these first 2 innings, Bone's done just enough on the mound, but, it's not like he's getting these South Sevier hitters out as much as they're getting themselves out.
Up. Talked about going for the high pitches. There's another one's probably up, but with 2 strikes, you got to.
Yeah, and that's different with 2 strikes anywhere fairly close like that, but a lot of these others, it's just been that they're chasing pitches out of the zone.
Not sure what the umpire talking to Griffin Bone about when he took that ball out there to him. Griffin, like Coach says, he's not going to overpower you, but he's been steady, and that's what he's been today. So the 2-2. Ooh, curveball. Stayed inside, almost got him.
Yeah, that's the difference, too. He was hit last week twice, but I'm surprised he didn't take it right there, where earlier in the game we saw Maddox Baird take one of those.
It's one that was close, but
yeah, just left that one down, so really good at-bat for Tyson Robb to battle and draw the walk.
Let's bring Hagen Morrell to the plate. The right fielder. Here we are, bottom of the third inning, just the first time up for Hagen. Pitch on outside corner, catches it. Strike one.
And a little bit of confusion there on the infield for Kanab, too, as he showed bunt. Third baseman's charging, and first stayed home, and second and short both went to second.
Swing and a miss from Morrell for strike two.
That's where if you can see what the defense is going to do, a first baseman's going to stay home, and you drag bunt, you pull it down the first baseline with you instead of push it towards third base.
Kind of an uncertain looking swing there from Morrell on that one. Here's the 0-2 down in the dirt for ball one. Tyson Robb at first base. There's one that's fouled off to the right-hand side. Ooh. Went a long ways, but foul.
Wow,
I might have been a little early calling that foul, huh?
Yeah, really, because that ball missed it by a foot, and that hits halfway up the fence there down the left field line. Morrell just did a nice job. That pitch was outside, and he just stayed on it and drove it hard that way and just missed a for sure double, down that left field line.
So the 1-2 pitch on its way up. Got Hagen to fish for one up.
Yeah, that's one of those that we talked about. They South for hitters, but with two strikes, it's a little different than less than two strikes, because that's not the pitch you're looking for when you go up the plate. Yeah,
2 foul balls after the 2-strike count. Good at bat for Hagen Morrell. Curveball. They say it was up.
Yeah, Bone wanted that one, but umpire says nope, that curveball stayed up.
So 2-2. The curveball hit right back at Bone. Oh, nice pickup there by Cale Glover on the transfer from Griffin Bone. Turned cover from shortstop. The one hop it to the first baseman, Brackett McQuibby, who dug it out there for the 1-6-3 double play.
Yeah, that ball was smoked right back up the middle to the pitcher as he turned in. I almost thought he threw it too soon, but Glover really, made a play, because he caught that on the move in the air, steps on first or second, and floats that one over to first base for the double play.
Yeah, first pitch to Riley Barney's up, and they know that they got to hurry with the speed of the South Sevier Rams, and that's just exactly Griffin did. But he threw a strike. He threw it at the base.
Yeah. Yep.
And Cale Glover was there where he should have been, and ended up in double play. There's another one that's up. Hit to the right-hand side. That could be trouble. Yep, that hit's just fair. From his butt, Lane Sims picks the ball up, relays it in, and Riley Barney's in with a stand-up triple.
Yeah, that's one of those give the right fielder Lane Sims a lot of credit as he went hard for that one, laid out. If he catches it, it's a great catch, and it ends the inning. But just barely misses it. It ends up landing fair, and Barney with his wheels was going 3 all the way, and ends up with a triple.
So with 2 outs, runner on third, Ridge Tibbs comes to bat. First pitch to Ridge. Right there, strike one.
Yeah, South Sevier, they really need to pick up that run and at least get that one in here in this inning to kind of start making a little bit of headway and cutting into this lead.
Curveball way outside, and there's R.J. Mognet. We talked about being a vacuum back there. He got the body out there.
And that's the other thing, too. If you're runner at third base, it's not a big backstop. You've got to be getting a good secondary coming down the line on that pitch going home.
Exactly. Maybe 25, maybe 30 feet to the back there. Called strike 2.
Yeah, Tebbs didn't like that one. Now he's going to have to battle down 1-2, and Bones trying to end any threat of South Sevier scoring this inning.
Well, took some bravery to let that one go by.
He's been consistent on not giving that outside pitch, so Tebbs, smart player, he understands that.
Yep. Stood and watched strike 3 go by. So, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on. So, at the end of 3 full innings of play, it's 5-0 Kanab. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable drivers with competitive starting pay and raises after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and attainable bonuses, and more. Why would you drive for anyone else? Call DP Curtis Trucking for details, 435-893-2886. That's 893-2886, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Hello, this is Brenda Bartholomew, CEO of Gunnison Valley Hospital. We are celebrating 90 years this year. We're planning on celebrating all year long. On behalf of the providers, past and present, and our amazing staff, we extend a thank you to all who have been with us in this journey of success. We have loved taking care of the people of Central Utah since 1932. We look forward to serving you for the next 90 years.
Complete coverage of local high school sports on
KSBC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. The first pitch to Jackson Riddle is a called strike 1. Well, he swings that one up in the strike zone for strike 2.
Yeah, Freeman so far just coming out, starting fresh. He come in, finish the inning, but just pounding the strike zone right now.
Okay, we got time. Got, I think, a ball on the field. I'm looking at the game changer. Looks like the Beavers are up 10-7 in the top of the 4th.
We also had another update from Robert Lovell. Juab leads Carbon 2-0.
That's in the 3A at UVU. So the 0-2 count here from Riker Freeman. Stays upstairs for ball 1. Riker Freeman, left-hander, got a good curveball, got good movement on his fastball. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Yeah, just stayed with the high heater right there and got Riddle to just swing under it.
So that brings up R.J. Mognet. R.J. had the home run, the 2-run home run back in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, if you're South Sevier, your approach has to be to keep everything off the plate, on the outside part of the plate, make him hit it the other way.
And that ball says they're down.
And that's a good place to miss, too, if you're Freeman out there. You don't want to leave anything up in the zone for him to drive.
Yep, they're just what you're talking about, that one up and away. RJ just kind of weakly fouled that one off. He likes that ball on the inner half.
Yeah, he does, and I think Freeman, that's the advantage he has being left-handed, is he can come and keep that ball on the outside part.
And it's going to tail away even more. That one's up. Ball 2.
He's kind of taking the same approach that Griffin Bone for Kanab has and trying to live a little bit upstairs, see if these Kanab hitters will chase.
Yeah, Blue says that one's outside as well. So it makes count 3-1.
And this is where you can't just give in as a pitcher, 3-1. You still got to throw your pitch. You don't want to give in to Magnette right here.
And he did. Magnette just fouled that one off. That had the meaty part of the strike zone. Kind of similar to the pitch that he made disappear where that 2,155 miles to Cooperstown sign out there back in the second inning. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Yep, called strike 3.
Yeah, really good pitch. Freeman battling back. Umpire's been consistent back there with that one and gets Magnette caught looking for strike 3.
Yep, and Peyton Ingram, the catcher, talking to old Blue there. So that brings up Griffin Bone. That ball away. Griffin, I had him with 60. Well, where did I have him? I'll have to look back here. There's one that's ripped towards center field. Right fielder Hagen Morrell, though, comes over for the F9.
Yeah, really good inning that time for South Sevier defensively with Freeman going 1-2-3, gets 2 strikeouts and a fly out to right to end that inning.
So no runs on, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. So at the end of 3.5, it's 5-0 Kanab. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Jones and DeMille Engineering is proud to be a part of Utah's rural communities and loves to cheer on the youth of rural Utah. We take great pride in helping shape the quality of life by offering full engineering and architectural services, municipal and private business software solutions, and community involvement. Jones and DeMille is your go-to resource for planning, funding, designing, and infrastructure needs. We strive to serve with a professional, personalized rural touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Life's hard. Don't make it harder. Shop the Jorgensen Automotive Group. The Jorgensen Auto Group bursts the bubble of the big city car deals. Jorgensen Ford Richfield, Jorgensen Chevrolet Ephraim, dealing experiences that fit your lifestyle and budget. You can even shop from the seat of your britches at both Jorgensen dealerships. Sit down or pull over and click on JorgFord.com or JorgChev.com. Start your lifestyle story free of the after-deal remorse you often get in the big city. Enjoy the experience at the Jorgensen Automotive Group.
Your source for high school sports.
KSBC.
Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here at Gates Field at Kearns High School 2A championship baseball. And we're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Kanab Cowboys are up 5-0 on the number 1 South Sevier Rams. Keegan Heath at the plate for South Sevier, followed by Tate Brown and Peyton Ingram. First pitch in there for called strike 1.
Heath nods his head, says, yeah, that's a strike. But
taken all the way, I think.
Yeah, I think they just got to try to, I think that's the approach right now. See a lot of pitches and try to extend this game and get Bone, maybe knock him out of it.
Ooh, there's one up. Keegan swings underneath that one.
And that's that same pitch. It's kind of up in the top part of the zone, which umpire for the most part hasn't called it anyways, but South Sevier's continue to swing at it.
There's one that's hit towards the right-hand side. I think that's going to fall. It drops in front of Lane Sims for a leadoff single.
Yeah, and that was a good inside-out swing on that pitch. It was on the outside part of the plate, and Keegan Heath, down 0-2, did a nice job just to battle and put it in play and get another base hit. He's 2 for 2 on the day.
Exactly just where it was pitched. That brings up Tate Brown. And in the dirt. Keegan, after being thrown out earlier in the ball game, wasn't too far off on that one.
No, and he was actually coming back to the bag, too, where you'd like to be seeing your runners getting a good secondary, moving up, ball in dirt, kind of seeing that one. But really, you're down 5-0, too. You can't risk anything.
So 1 ball to Tate Brown. Yep. Griffin steps off, got a ball on the field. Like one of the kids up on the grassy knoll. They ain't got a gun, they got baseballs. So the 1 ball pitch. There's one that's hit the left-hand side. That's going to be snared there by Carson Blomquist. Keegan Heath has to retreat on the F7. Route number 1. Brings up Peyton Ingram.
Yeah, that ball just hung up a little bit more than Brown was hoping for. Kind of upset. He was hoping to get that one to drop in for a base hit, but Blomquist, the left fielder, doing a nice job.
So Peyton Ingram, first pitch. He's swinging that down the right-hand side. That's going to get foul.
Yeah, South Sevier just the 3 hits so far in this game. 2 of those from Keegan Heath, but trying to string some together right now as they trail 5-0 here in the bottom of the 4th.
The throw to first in the dirt. Keegan gets back. Yeah, 5 runs on 5 hits for Kanab. 3 runs, or no runs on 3 hits for South Sevier. They bat with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. That one's upstairs. Peyton lays off.
Yeah, Peyton drew a walk his last at bat too, so has a pretty good eye at the plate.
You'd expect that from your catcher.
Mm-hmm.
So 1-1. That's up. Fouled off to the right-hand side. For strike 2.
Yeah, just a little bit late on that one. I think deciding to make up his mind if he was going to swing or not. And, now he's down the count 1-2.
Here's the pitch. That's line drive off the glove of. It's not going to hurt him off the glove of the second baseman, Jackson Riddle.
Yeah, just kind of some bad luck baseball so far for South Sevier in this game, and everything seems to be going Kanab's way, and you see it again right there where the runner line shot to the second baseman, but it's a little bit high. You got to kind of freeze and see it get over him, and it looks like it's going to, and then, nope, looks like he's going to catch it. Runner heads back to first. He drops it, throws him out at second base.
Tip to pick off over at first. Still no go. Second base. Called strike.
Yeah, Northrop didn't like that one, but we've seen him come up with some big hits too this year.
Yep, swings at one up in the strike zone for strike 2.
Yeah, that was one of those swings too where he was really wanting to try to make that a 5-2 ball game.
But that fielder went to second base. So the 0-2. Hope curveball stays up. That got away from Griffin Bone. So Biggs, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first, that's Keegan Heath. Here's the pitch. That's gonna find a hole in front of the right fielder. Good job to stop that. Late decision to go for Keegan Heath. He stopped and then went, and they had a chance, but he did.
Lane Sims on that one too, Willie. You know, if that ball gets by him, that's for sure going to score one, and that could potentially been an inside the Parker if he doesn't snag that as he come in and kind of short hopped it right into his glove. Tried to sell that he caught it, but it definitely hit the grass.
Yep.
And now South Sevier first and third with 2 outs.
And that was actually Peyton Ingram, not Keegan Heath. He had been forced out on that odd play at second base there. So that brings up Canyon Okerlund. Swing and a miss on the first one. Here again, that one's up in the strike zone. South Sevier continue to chase that one.
Yeah, and right now, right field's playing fairly shallow. Center field even shallow. Left field a little bit deeper for Kanab defensively.
Tried the old Deke play.
Yeah,
Faked the throw to third base and went to first, but Big Northup wasn't going anywhere.
No.
So the 0-1 to Canyon Okerlund. Who laid off on that one.
Yeah, that's one thing that's hurt South Sevier. I thought one of their strengths was their hitting, but it's almost hurt them a little bit more than it's helped them because of the aggressiveness at the plate. They've swung, like I said, a lot of pitches maybe out of the zone and got themselves out.
There's up and in for ball 2. Little chin music there from Griffin Bone. I had Griffin coming into the inning with 49 pitches.
Yeah, second baseman's playing right up the middle, too.
There's one that he wished he probably would have swung at. Evens the count at 2-2. Caught looking at one on that outside corner. Strike 3. So, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base at the end of 4 complete. 5-0 Kanab. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Harmon Tire in Nephi is proud to sponsor this broadcast of high school sports and wants to wish the Juavois good luck. Harmon Tire, 895 North Main in Nephi, has been a family-owned business since 1973, providing Nephi and the surrounding areas with exceptional service for over 40 years. Harmon Tire specializes in tires, alignments, brakes, steering, suspension, wheels, shocks, struts, and more. Stop by Harmon Tire on Main Street in Nephi or give them a call at 435-623-0720. That's Harmon Tire in Nephi. Go Wasps!
If building dreams is how you make your living, demand the performance of New Holland construction equipment from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora. Choose from skid steer loaders, compact track loaders, loader backhoes, compact excavators, and more. Built-in visibility, stability, and comfort allow you to work with a higher level of confidence, speed, and efficiency. Learn more about the performance of New Holland construction equipment. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today.
Your source for high school sports. KSVC.
Okay, we want to get back to our V6 sponsors. Gateway Sinclair is a locally owned and operated and has served Duchesne for 22 years. Stop by for car or truck wash, Subway sandwich, hot stuff, pizza, and lots of delicious snacks. They also have a free RV dump, clean bathrooms, and the friendliest staff around. Jones Paint and Glass, high-quality paint brands, including designer favorite Benjamin Moore. Affordable prices. Visit their design experts in Vernal or Roosevelt to find the right color and paint for your next project. Larson Haslam Dental in Roosevelt has the latest dental technology and offers same-day crowns. Dr. Jake Richardson is accepting new patients. Call 722-0101 to schedule your next appointment. Christine Watkins covers today, sponsored by part-time state representative Christine Watkins. She's a strong rural advocate for oil and gas, small business, education, and the Second Amendment. Uinta Basin Healthcare mission is caring for our communities through access to compassionate quality health care, investing in those we serve. Moon Lake Electric, a locally owned association with over 83 years, providing dependable and affordable electric service to its membership. Its well-trained workforce of 90 employees and its state-of-the-art electrical system have set a standard of excellence in the electrical utility industry. So, first pitch here to Bracken McQuivy. Outside for ball 1.
Yeah, McQuivy got the double in the first inning and then popped up to the catcher his last at bat.
Called strike 2 on that outside, or called strike 1, on the outside portion. Next pitch is up for ball 2. Two one is low. Ball 3.
Yeah, Freeman wanted that one, but umpire saying it's just a little too far down. So he falls behind in the count here, and McQuivy up in the count 3-1.
There's one. Nothing wrong with that one. Strike 2. Makes the count full. So the payoff pitch from Riker Freeman. In the dirt. Ball 4.
Yeah, McQuivy draws the lead-off walk, and that's going to bring up Maddox Baird, the third baseman. Was hit by a pitch and flew out to right field.
First base on balls given up by Riker Freeman, who came on back in the third to replace Keegan Heath. So the first pitch upstairs to Maddox Baird for ball 1.
South Sevier playing similar defensively like Kanab, shallower in right and center and deeper in left.
Oh, a delayed steal there by Bracken McQuivy, well done. And a fooled Payson Mitchell on that one. Was thinking about throwing, but the ball came out of his hand. I think he was as surprised as me to see him going.
Yeah, you got no outs now. Runner in scoring position. Kanab with that 5-0 lead, looking to add some insurance runs.
Yeah, Maddox helped out the pitcher on that one, swinging one way out on the outside portion. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. 5-0. Kanab. Top of the 5th inning. Swing and a miss. On the outside portion. Strike 3.
Yeah, big strikeout right there from Freeman. They needed that one with, that leadoff walk and then stolen base. Now you got a dangerous Waylon White up, and the bunt's always in play with him up to bat.
Yep, swings it, misses at the first one, but yeah, the third baseman, Kenyon Okerlund's right there on the edge of the grass.
Yeah, and defensively, you got to make a decision, too. How you're going to defend it if he does lay a bunt down.
Upstairs for ball 1. So 1-1, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Waylon White. That's popped up. Going to get out of play at the left-hand side. There's strike 2. Well, that one was missed somewhere.
Yeah, just up. He tried the high fastball, see if he could get White to chase, and that's going to even the count at 2-2.
Waylon 1 for 2 in the ball game with that bunt. There's one that's touched pretty good to right field. Hagen Morrell goes back. He's got it. Tag up at second.
Yeah, good base running from McQuivy out there in Kanab as they tag up on that ball to right field. Hagen Morrell doing a nice job of making the catch and getting it in as quickly as he can.
So 2 out. Runner 90 feet away. Bracken McQuivy. Brings up Cale Glover. 0 for 2 in the ball game.
Yeah, got caught looking his first time up and then popped up the third baseman.
Looks at strike 1.
So far, Freeman's come in and done a nice job. Sometimes it's just that left-handed, a little different look than these hitters are normally used to seeing.
Got a little help on the high one there from Cale Glover. Yeah, when he came in the relief back down in South Sevier last week, and he looked a little bit uncomfortable, but today he's settled right in.
Yeah, he's thrown well so far, and looking to get a third strike and third out here.
Fouled off. Stay alive. There's a pitch. That's hitting the gap to right center field. I think that's going to get down. That's going to go all the way to the fence. That's going to score a run. See where he ends up. They're going to hold him up at second base.
Yeah, Heath did a really good job of just getting over there and cutting that off, and then with the strong arm, just only allowing Glover to get to second base. But that's the difference so far in this game, too, is South Sevier's not been able to get that clutch base hit with 2 outs. They've had runners in scoring position twice and come up with a caught third strike looking where right there you see Glover with a two out, 2 strike, nice approach at the plate, scoring that runner from third.
Well, they're going to make a pitching change. We're going to take a quick break on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Come find your trail in Utah's Trail Country.
Here in Sevier County, we have a trail for everyone, from hiking to biking to rafting and more.
Hike to 100 Hands Cave and stay overnight in a pit house at the Fremont Indian State Park.
Or kill it on the Kilnet Trail, part of our new mountain bike trail system above Richfield.
Raft the rapids past the Big Rock Candy Mountain.
Or fish your heart out at Fish Lake.
Whatever it may be, we have a trail for you.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Utah's Trail Country and come find your trail in Sevier County.
We've been spending a lot more time in our homes and with our families. This creates wear and tear on our floors. One solution to your flooring dilemmas is luxury vinyl plank flooring from Shepherd's Carpets. Hi, I'm Teresa from Shepherd's Carpets and Flooring to let you know that we carry high quality vinyl plank flooring. The flooring is waterproof and is affordable for your home. Only at Shepherd's Carpets in Spanish Fork and Richfield will you be able to get the quality flooring at a great price and help and advice to install it, or use our expert installers to do it for you.
Smithfield Foods offers excellent career opportunities right here in our area. Great jobs in all phases of hog production starting at $13 an hour. Certifications to $15.75 an hour in the first year. Other non-farm positions also available. Smithfield provides a full benefit package including medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, paid time off, education reimbursement, and more. Come join the team. Visit smithfieldfoods.com/careers or call 435-387-6000. Smithfield, good food responsibly.
Your source for high school sports.
KSBC.
All right, Brace Brentley now on the mound. He's going to replace Riker Freeman, who I left unofficially. I had him at 34 pitches. Strike one to Lane Sims, runner on second base. 6-0 the score. Next pitch is up in the strike zone for ball one. Run scoring double. Brought in Bracken McQuivy, who's at second, there's one that's going to be that. Shortstop at Don to cover second base. Going to be a play at the plate. Here's the throw. No. And going to get second base. So, we got the single off the bat. Off the bat of Lane Sims. Caleb Glover comes in, and then Sims goes to second on the throw home.
Yeah, just another clutch base hit, getting it through the 5-6 hole, and you got to like the effort out there from Biggs Northrop coming up, throwing it hard, but really no chance getting a runner, and then allows another runner to get in scoring position.
Well, the shortstop, Bridges Tibbs, had come over and on a possible pickoff play, but hadn't got back in time, and that ball went right where he would have been. Here's the pitch. Curve ball. It's going to stay upstairs for ball one to Carson Blomquist.
Yeah, and right now, South Sevier just can't afford to give up any more runs. They need to get a third out right here. And Kanab hoping to pick up a couple more here and having a chance at a 10-run situation.
Ball two to Carson Blomquist. Peyton Ingram's asking where that one was. Here's the 2-0 pitch. There's one that's fouled off to the right-hand side. Watch out on the grassy knoll there, folks.
Yeah, pretty good lead over there, too, by Sims at second base. And Ridge Tebbs trying to keep him close and, not wanting to give up that extra run here with 2 outs. But at the same time, he's getting a pretty healthy league, good secondary.
That pitch is up for ball 3. Yeah, I think the Kanab Cowboys are smelling blood here.
Yeah, they're aggressive on the bases, and they're trying to keep the pressure on defensively against this South Sevier team.
That gets by Peyton for ball 4. Runner advances from second base. Sims is at second based on balls from Brindley. It's his first in the ball game. So that puts runners at first and third with 2 outs. 2 runs across in the inning. That brings up Jackson Riddle, the second baseman. Struck out his last time up, had a single in his first time up. Here's the pitch. Right there, strike 1.
Yeah, good pitch right there from Brindley. Just a fastball right over the plate.
The 0-1 from Brindley. Fouled off. Strike 2. I want to thank Ken with V6 Media here for getting us set up. If you check out channel v6.com for some good video, he's got a couple cameras here. Good view of the ball field here from dugout level as well. There goes the runner. Got him in the rundown. Now he's coming home. Just run him down, turn him out, but the run does score.
Really nice. That's what Kanab wanted. Really good execution from Kanab on the first third. They go early still, and they get the runner in from third, but South Sevier does get the out to end the inning, but now finds themselves trailing here 8-0 going into the bottom of the 5th.
So had 3 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left on base. 8-0 going into the bottom of the 5th inning. We're back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media. If you don't have the TV, you can get Mid-Utah Radio. We're at 100.5 FM in Sevier County and 101.7 FM in the Kanab area at KSVC. Here's the first pitch. Ripped down the third base line. Tyson Robb's headed for second. Here's the throw, and he's going to be in there with a head-first slide to open things up in the bottom of the 5th inning for the South Sevier Rams.
Yeah, Tyson Robb, the DH, doing a really nice job getting first pitch fastball and turning on that one.
So that brings up Hagan Morrell from the left-hand side. That's going to find a hole on the left-hand side there. They're going to hold him up, though.
You know, and these coaches from South Sevier, that last half of the inning as they came in from the field, they really they didn't get after the players, but they challenged them. They trying to get them motivated, get them excited, and so far they've come up with 2 back-to-back hits, and we've seen the South Sevier offense put up a lot of runs in a hurry too, Willie.
They're a juggernaut when they get started. Go back to the top of the order, Riley Barney. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Runners at first and third. Tried the deke play again. Nobody going.
Yeah, and the difference, too, with those last 2 at-bats is those guys are getting fastballs that are getting down where they've been chasing fastballs up and getting themselves out.
It's a good lead there by Hagen Morrell. Good speed at first base. Curveball right there.
Yeah, really good pitch that time. Griffin Bone back-to-back hits on singles, or a double and a single on fastballs, and so he comes back, starts off Riley Barney right there on first pitch curveball.
At the curveball, that's in the dirt. The runner's going to go. There's the throw to second. They're calling him safe.
Yeah, that's the one thing, you know, I was really good base running by Morrell right there, but you're down 8-0. You have to be careful, and with Magnet, they'll give you a run. They're going to get the out because at this point in the game with the big lead 8-0, they're basically wanting outs. And a really strong throw, but Morrell with the head first slide gets in there.
So 1-1 to Riley Barney. Here's the pitch. Right there, strike 2.
And South Sevier's had opportunities. They had a runner at third and just didn't get the clutch hit. They got a strikeout looking. They had first and third and got a strikeout looking to end the inning. And this is where these South Sevier hitters have to come up big.
Both those times were with 2 outs and nobody out here right now. And they got runners at second, third. This is the first real solid threat they've had. That was a ball to even the count.
Well, and the other thing, too, is that, with runners on base, now that the middle infield's trying to hold the runner a little bit closer, it starts to create a little bit more gaps and hold on the
ball that's hit right at. That's over the head of the shortstop. That's going to score 1 for sure. They're going to send the second one. Yeah, he's going to score. That's going to bring in 2.
Yeah, that's a nice base hit just out of the stretched arms of Kel Glover there at shortstop, and with Morrell's wheels, they're going to send him every time, and now it's a 8-2 ball game, and Coach Fox, this is where you see the veteran coach in Coach Fox. He immediately, South Sevier got a little momentum. I'm going to go out there and talk to my team. We're going to try to shut this down, but South Sevier, on the other hand, got a little bit of a rally going.
Yep, I'm not sure if he's going to make a pitching change. I'm going to try and get the pitches here real quick.
I don't think he will personally. I think he's just going out there to say, hey, we've got to start mixing up our pitches, maybe start throwing a few more off-speed pitches, things like that. But more than anything, it's just to slow down the momentum.
Unofficially, I have him at 74 pitches right now. So,
I imagine they'll stick with him. But Coach Fox recognizes the situation and wants to shut down the momentum.
Wiley Fox, there you go. Yeah, coaching his last year. I'll tell you what, I admire Coach Mason Fox for sure.
Yeah, he's as good as there is, and not only as coaching baseball, but just a good person.
Good man.
Yeah,
good man.
But he's smart. He's been around, pitcher himself. He understands the situation, so that's a good coaching move on his part.
Strike 1 to Ridge Tebbs.
Tebbs popped up to second base his first time up, and then was caught looking in his second at bat, looking to redeem himself right here.
The 0-1 low and away. Griffin wanted that one. So here's the 1-1. Fouled off to the right-hand side. It's going to get out of play.
And Tebbs had a really good hack at it right there, but this is where he has to be tough in these situations, down 1-2. Griffin Bone, this is where you want to really cut it out and try to go get a plate out yourself.
Swing and a miss. First out. And a good fastball. Got an update in the bottom of the fifth, 13-7 Beaver, and they're batting right now over North Sevier.
Center fielder number 22, Keegan Heath.
That time Bone did exactly that too, Willie, as he really dug down deep, got a little extra on that fastball.
Curveball to Keegan Heath is down and away.
When Heath, didn't have quite the stuff that he wanted on the mound today, but at the same time at the plate, he's done a great job. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles.
Got the ball on the field out there in right field. So the 1-0 to Keegan Heath. Right down the middle for strike one. So the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and nice stop there from RJ Mognet.
That was probably one of the best curveballs that Bone's thrown so far in this game, and really had good sinking action on it late. And Heath just about swung completely over the top of it, but did get a piece of it and foul that one off.
There's one that's ripped to left field, just like that first hit of his back in the first inning. Going to put runners at first and second.
Yeah, and that time, I've been really impressed with Heath at the plate. You like it when a hitter will go up there and take his hacks with, no strikes or 1 strike, or as soon as he gets to 2, he shortens his swing up, and he just puts a good solid swing on it, and 3 for 3 is the result for that.
Exactly right. The South Sevier now out hit the Cowboys 8-7. That first pitch to Tate Brown is fouled off to the left-hand side for strike one.
Yeah, and that's kind of the difference, though, is Kanab's got those clutch hits where South Sevier's got a lot of just spread out hits and really hasn't had the big clutch hit.
So the 1-0-1 pitch. Inside to Tate Brown. That even things up 1-1. Yeah, that wind's kind of shifted around here coming from the north. Cooled things down smartly here. And one that popped up. See, it's going to get out of play. Yep, hits right up on top.
Yeah, that one did just barely make it out. But you go back to that last top of the fifth where Kanab comes up with those 3 runs. Had they not done that, it's a 5-2 ball game, and something to the gap makes it 5-4, and but those extra 3 runs, that's how important it is. Every inning you've got to continue to score runs and add to it.
There's the 1-2 pitch from Griffin Bone to Tate Brown. Outside portion, they're going to ring him up. Haven't seen him call that one yet today.
Well, and that's the 3rd time in this game where South Sevier hitters have been rung up on the 3rd strike, where they've been caught looking instead of just fouling things off and continuing to battle at the plate, putting things in play. Where on the flip side, Kanab has done those things and got those key hits.
Peyton Ingram up to bat. Base on balls, not on a fielder's choice. First pitch is down to him for ball 1.
Yeah, Ingram, if you're South Sevier, you'd really like to see him get a base hit here, get on base any way he can, and then get Biggs Northrup up, who has a good swing and has the potential of, getting a hold of one.
Ball in the dirt, but scooped there from RJ Mognet for ball 2. Pitch. They wanted to hit towards the shortstop. Up under the glove. That's going to score 1.
And sometimes that's what it takes. You know, that's a tough one for Kel Glover. You got to come in. You got to, more than anything right there, you just got to field it. There's probably, you know, that's one of those plays where you either got to circle it really hard and then come up and rifle it across and try to get the play. But if anything, you just field it clean. That might be an infield single, but you don't give up the run.
First error in the ball game for the Kanab Cowboys. Makes the score 8-3. First pitch to Biggs Northup is a called strike. Got runners at first and second. Again.
Yeah. And Biggs popped up to short and then had a single in his last at bat.
There's a pitch. That one's popped up. That's going to get out of play. For strike two. It's a quick 0-2 count to Biggs Northup. Griffin looking in at the pitching coach. I think I'm going to try that
high fastball.
High fastball and see what happens here. That's a safe pitch. Well, they go with one on the outside portion. He fouls it off.
And this is where you just have to, as a hitter with 2 strikes, anything below the hands, you know, you've got to continue to protect the plate. And that's one thing, too many caught lookings for South Sevier.
So the 0-2, we're going to do it again. Biggs Northup. Swing and miss, strike 3. So 3 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error, and there were 2 runners left on base. At the end of 5, it is 8-3. Kanab will be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
For super low prices and weekly specials.
Lead off the top of the 6th inning for Kanab. Second baseman number 22, Jackson Little.
Yeah, and you got to give Kanab defensively, Griffin Bone, and then just R.J. Margnett behind the plate, too.
There's one that's ripped to center field, right at Biggs Northup for out number 1.
Now batting for the Cowboys catcher, number 26, Randy Martin.
Every time South Sevier has had runners on or kind of a little bit of a threat, then you know, they come up with a big play defensively or a key strikeout, which they got 2 of those in this last inning.
So that brings up R.J. Margnett. R.J.'s got a home run. He flew out the center fielder and he struck out looking. 2 balls to RJ. Curveball in the dirt for ball 3. Race Brindley came on last inning to replace Riker Freeman, who had replaced Keegan Heath. There's strike 1.
Brindley's, done a good job. He come in and, like you said, kind of in a tough situation, did give up a single. The run wasn't his.
That's going to get past off the glove of the right fielder or left fielder. R.J. Magnette in at second base. What's the official scorekeeper going to do on that one? He's going to give him an error or base hit?
I'm not sure. It looked to me like that's one that you got to catch, so it hit him right off the palm of the hand and just bounced out of his glove. But, that's one thing, too. Biggs Northrup moved from center to left field, and he's running towards left center field.
Well,
that's one of those that you like to see him bring that in, but at the same time, Magnette squared that one up really well.
Scoreboard shows it a hit. That time called. We're going to have a pinch runner. That's 17 or 27. He's number 27 for the Kanab Cowboys. Number 27, Cashton Kabonik. Courtesy runner for R.J. Magnette. Pitch in the dirt. Ball 1 to Griffin Bone. So the 1 ball right there, called strike 1. Chris Bentley comes from about the 3/4 angle. Got some good movement on his fastball. And we have seen a pretty fair curveball. There's the curveball, just gets over his head. It's Tebbs, fields at shortstop right there at second base, throws to first for the 6-3 put out number 2.
Yeah, good play right there, Ridge. Tebbs, a quick exchange. Kind of already shading the middle a little because of the runner at second base already, trying to keep him close and hold him on, but comes across in front of the bag on the backside of the grass behind the mound and makes a nice play to first base for the out.
Brings up Bracken McQuibby. 1 for 2 in the ball, 1 for 2 in the ball game with a walk. Looks at ball 1. Next pitch, curveball. It stays low on the inside corner for ball 2. Got the runner, Kabonik, at third base. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle for strike 1.
Brindley's just, he comes in, he's quick, works quick, keeps the ball down for the most part.
Ball backhanded by Rich Tibbs. A strike at first base for the out number 3 for the 6-3 put out. So, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. So at the end of 5.5, it's 8-3. Kanab will be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Tebbs Financial is proud to support our local high school baseball teams located at 180 North, 100 East, Suite C in Richfield. Owner Haley Tebbs is happy to help with all of your individual and group health insurance needs. At Tebbs Financial, they can also offer a wide range of investment options, including IRAs and college savings plans. Stop in or call 893-2107. And remember, Babe Ruth once said, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Securities offered through Parkland Securities Company, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Tebbs Financial is independent of Parkland Securities.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
Some hands swing rackets or grip irons. Some make winning plays or navigate steep trails. And some hands heal. They mend broken bones, deliver new life, set us on the right path, and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
Live high school sports action on
KSBC.
Yep, going into the bottom of 6, it's an 8-3 ball game. Kanab leading South Sevier. Coming to bat for South Sevier, Canyon Oakland, Tyson Robb, and Hagen Morrell. 7, 8, and 9. First pitch from Griffin Bone. There for strike one.
Canyon Oakland, we've seen him drive the ball deep. He's capable of it and getting something going. So far, 0 for 2, looking for that first hit.
Fouls one off. Strike two. I was going to say that's the funniest looking broom I've ever seen. Gal trying to put a camera together behind us here. She's mistreating that camera. Is there a Pete organization for cameras? The 0-2 pitch on the way. That's a little blooper hit out. Glover's got it at shortstop, one hops it, but not in time. Canyon Oakland's got an infield hit.
Yeah, and that one, I think you realize that too. It looked like it was hit a lot harder than it really was, and kind of got it right off the end of the bat, gets it past the pitcher, and that was definitely going to be an infield single all the way. But Kel Glover made a nice play and made a good effort.
Yeah, it looked like a line drive off the bat, but actually was one of them little cue ball hits.
Yeah.
Went out there and spun towards the second baseman. First pitch to Tyson Robb's low for ball one.
Well, and this is kind of where it started last inning, is Tyson Robb hit that double on the left field line, and then Hagen Morrell followed up with a single, and then Riley Barney with a single.
Still the 1-0 pitch. On the way. Curveball. That one missed. Now Nolan, she's trying to take a picture of your right ear.
Yeah.
All righty. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Runner on first. That one fouled off to the right-hand side.
Definitely a hitter's pitch right there. Had the 2-0 count. Pitch he was looking for, just missed that one. And, still a hitter's count, 2-1. He's going to have a chance to get his pitch again.
Tyson right up close to the plate. He likes to go to that right side. There's a play at first. No, not in time.
No, and as far as South Sevier and base running right now, you're just going to pretty much play it station to station, take it easy, and you're down 8-3. You're down to your, you've got this at bat and one more, so you got to be smart on the bases.
Swing and miss on the 2-1. Make it 2-2. Canyon Oakland there at first base after that infield single. 2-2 pitch coming to Canyon Oakland. Curveball, that's going to find a hole. Nope. Right fielder come in. They're going to try to play to first base, but sinking line drive for the L9. Now number one.
And that's normally going to be a base hit right there, but Kanab's right field has been really shallow for the most part. Center field, similar. They've been playing a little bit deeper into left.
So Hagen Morrell, 1 for 2 in the ball game. Up from the left-hand side, he drives one. That's going to find the hole. That's going to go all the way to the fence. They're going to send into the triple.
Yeah, Hagen Morrell, the lone senior for the South Sevier team, showing a little senior leadership right there as he gets the RBI triple and turns the line back over to the top of the order with Riley Barney coming to the plate.
Yep, good piece of hitting there. Ball on down and in, and he just drove it.
Yeah, he really got a hold of that one to right center field, one of the deepest part of the park right here.
Got 360 out there to the alley. So it brings us back. That's Riley Barney. 2 for 3 in the ball game. Takes First pitch up, ball one.
Yeah, 2-0 count. Yeah, just a hitter's count now right here. At the same time, you're looking your pitch. You can't be chasing anything. Otherwise, you just let it go at this point.
Pops that one up. I think it's going to get foul, and it does.
Yeah, he got his pitch, but he just kind of took that, trying to lift it too much. Got under the pitch there, and luckily for him, fouled it off. But Griffin Bone, same thing. Instead of falling to 3-0, comes back with a nice pitch and makes the count 2-1. Now he's trying to even the count here.
Here's the 2-1. That one's up.
And that's the pitch where Bone was really effective through about 4 innings, and then South Sevier started to do a better job of laying off that pitch. And now Bone down 3-1 the count to Riley Barney.
There's one that's driven hard right, one hop in front of the left fielder. Going to score a run.
Yeah, single and RBI right there for Riley Barney. That's going to make this an 8-5 ball game, and that's the one strength that everybody knew with South Sevier is they hit the baseball. Just kind of when they did it in those first few innings, they just didn't get that key hit. They're out hitting. Kanab 11 to hits to 9 hits now, but they trail in the run scoring department.
All right, Coach Mason Fox is going to make a pitch and change. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and the V6 Media.
The new pitcher for Kanab, number 3, Ryan East.
Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. Got a new pitcher, renewed no hits, Ryan East. We got some other defensive changes we'll get to. It's an 8-5 ball game here. Ryan East taking up his pitches. We've got Griffin Bone went to shortstop, and that must have put Cale Glover in left field.
Unless that's him at third. I can't see by the number. We'll have to watch that. He might have moved over to third.
Okay, Cale Glover at third. Baird must have went to left field. Maddox Baird, I'm thinking, is out there in left field. First pitch from Ryan East. Upstairs for ball one.
Ryan East, the lefty. Both these two teams, first guy out of the bullpen is the lefty. They go righty-lefty, Kanab, and come to Ryan East to try to slow down this attack from the South Sevier Rams.
Ball two. Got Riley Barney at first base. Ridge Tebbs at bat. Another one inside. This looks like he kind of a little slider type action there.
Yeah, and that's a 3-0 count. So that, if Tebbs can get on base right here, that's going to bring up Keegan Heath, who's 3 for 3, and he is the tying run.
Here's the 3-0. Oh, they let him swing, fouled it off. Be lucky to get that one out of play.
Yeah, that was one of those that a lot of coaches, they figure, hey, why not? It surprises the defense, the pitcher, the batter knows he's swinging.
But you want that ball in the zone.
Yeah, but you don't want to. You don't want to pop it up. So fortunately for Ridge Tebbs, he just missed that one, and it gets it fouled back out of play.
So here's the 3-1 on the way. That's up. Still base on balls.
Yeah, R.J. Magnette, you got to like a player like him. He's just a good catcher. He's a tough out at the plate. But the leader, too, the senior, going out there talking to his pitcher, settling him in, saying, hey, you got this. We're here behind you. Just me and you playing catch.
So runners at first and second with 1 out, 2 runs in already in the inning. It's an 8-5 ball game. Keegan Heath, as you said, 3 for 3 in the ball game. Is up at the plate this time. He does represent the tying run. Here's the pitch. Ooh, on the outside corner for strike 1.
And Heath was shaking his head like, yep, I know it's a strike, but it's not the pitch he was looking for on that first pitch. So, Keegan's a smart player. He's a really good hitter, but he understands the strike zone.
Got time called. And East was taking a good long look at the runner at second base. Riley Barney out there dancing back and forth. That used to shake me up as I want a guy out there at second base, just get his lead and sit there so I can concentrate on what's going on from the pitcher's hand. The 0-1 on its way. Curveball stays up.
And that curveball starts really high. It dropped in there late, but it still was. It stayed up, but it started way up.
Yeah, it's got that. I got to get to the opposite side. What's that? Yeah. 2 to 8 drop with the left-hander. Trying to screw up my geometry here, ain't he? Next pitch, Keegan wished he had that one back. That was, like you said, that was up and away.
Yeah, just a little impatient, I think, right there. And, with a catcher like Magnette, too, I was watching Ridge Tebbs. He's getting a really good secondary, but you hate to get back-picked. His first baseman sneaking in behind and getting thrown out here, you're still trailing 3 runs. You want to get that good lead, but with a catcher Magnette, you got to be careful.
Yeah, you can't afford to trade an out for a run here. Curveball way up this time.
And right now, East just hasn't been able to really get that curveball going, but he's still been effective. He did come in and get the walk, but he's got a 2-2 count here on Heath.
Here's the pitch. Well, that had the inside portion where he liked it. Ball hit way high, and that drops in front of Waylon White. Good heads-up base run in there from Ridge Tebbs, though, to be halfway, almost 3/4 of the way there, and to be able to get back.
Yeah, and that's going to not the prettiest of hits from Heath, but he's 4 for 4 on the day, and like you said, better base running because everything early on kind of seemed to go Kanab's way. Right now, South Sevier creating their own breaks, and right there, almost another unfortunate hit, but then you get out at second base or something like that. But just Ridge Tebbs headsy right there, and give Waylon White a lot of credit, too. He came in hard, laid out for that one, just not able to make the play.
So Tate Brown with the bases loaded. 1 out. First pitch is up. Ball 1.
Yeah, I think if you're Brown right now, you got to wait till you get a strike. You got loaded bases, 1 out, and East has been kind of leaving the pitch up in the zone. Even Heath,
unless maybe he hangs one of them up both eyes. You got to.
Yeah, that's true.
You never know what happens. That you're sitting there watching that slow development curveball. See what happens here. Oh, comes with the up and away. I think Ryan heard us talking about that.
They come with the fastball instead, but
Tate can win. He's pretty good hitting the curveball.
Yeah,
he's from the right-handed batters. The right-handed pitchers, I mean.
Yeah, and so far he's popped up to short, flew out to left, and then got the backwards K, looking for his first hit of the game.
The pitch stays up, ball 3.
Yeah,
walks a run.
We saw Rich Tebb swinging 3-0, but I think you got to still give him the take right here. You need runs, and you hate to pop up or hit into a double play or something, take yourself out of an inning.
But you got a Tate Brown and a Peyton Ingram coming in to bat next. That'd be a tough decision for me as a coach. And he walks him.
Yeah, and right now I think if you're Coach Fox, you've got to be thinking too, who else can I go to? There's nobody in the bullpen, so it's probably going to be somebody on the field. But right now, Ryan East, come in with 2 walks and then give up the 1 hit right now. Hasn't been able to come in and shut the door on this Ram rally right now.
So I just had a big conference at the mound. Did the Kanab Cowboys. Still got the bases loaded and 1 out in an 8-6 ball game. Tying run out there at second base in the presence of Keegan Heath. Ridge Tebbs at third. Peyton Ingram at the plate. Peyton 0 for 1 in the ball game. Based on balls and the fielder's choice. So, got Coach Baker coming to talk to the umpire. Not sure what we got here. Do we got a base? Somebody running. We talked about Tate Brown having some bum wheels.
Yeah, they're going to leave him in. I thought maybe same thing, a pinch run situation, but they're not. And I think the umpire just wanted to verify with Coach Baker, make sure everybody's on the same page. But right now it's a Kanab 8-6 with the lead. We're here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. South Sevier has loaded bases and a chance to a base hit probably ties this game.
Final, Beaver beats North Sevier 15-7 to eliminate North Sevier. First pitch to Peyton Ingram, strike 1 from Ryan East. Bases loaded, 1 out. If nothing else, just something hard on the ground and score a run. Hopefully to the right-hand side. That big curveball stays up.
Yeah, and I would imagine you'll see the coaching staff, maybe they're not calling the pitches and letting Magnette call it, but at some point you're probably not going to see that curveball the rest of this inning unless he can throw consistently for a strike.
He's had trouble finding the strike zone with that thing. Here's the 1-0. There's a fastball that's popped up. That's going to be deep enough to score a run. Tag up. Here comes the throw. Yes. Ridge Tebb slides in on the sacrifice.
Yeah, and you got
7.
Peyton Ingram, obviously you'd love a base hit to tie the game, but you for sure got to get one, and he did his job. He hit the sac fly to left field, and now Biggs Northrop has a chance to try to get that tying run in.
Yep, Biggs is 1 for 3 in the ball game. But Biggs has got some pop as well in the bat. That was down and in. Good stop there to keep the base runners from advancing by R.J. Magnette.
And you got pretty good speed on the base pass as far as that tying run with Keegan Heath there at second base.
Ball stays up. Ball 2. We're in the bottom of the 6th of an 8-7 ball game. Kanab trailed by 1 run. They have the tying run at second base. That's Keegan Heath. Tate Brown at first. 2 outs. Pitch from Ryan East. Biggs Northrop stays up for ball 3.
Well, once again, 3-0 count. It'll be interesting to see if they give Biggs the green light or if they make him see another pitch right here. Probably see a pitch because if he can draw the walk, now you've got the tying run at third, 90 feet away, and the go-ahead run at second base. And that's when you may want to consider bringing in some speed or someone that can run for Brown and then try to get that run in and then re-enter him if that's the situation.
Ball 4. That answers our question. All righty, so that loads the bases. That brings Canyon Okerlund to the plate.
With Canyon 1 for 3.
That's what I've got him, 1 for 3. First pitch. On the inside portion, ball 1.
Yeah, and that's one of those that if it does get in there, you'd like to get hit, whatever it takes to get the tying run in. Kanab still trying to end this rally.
He's got a funny ball. That ball of his doesn't have the natural tail that the left-hander does. It almost has the hook on the thing. No, that one did.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what that other pitch is he's throwing.
Well, by the looks of it, he's got multiple pitches out there, and he's trying to just kind of see what's working. And right now, it's just probably stick with the fastball.
So the 1-1. That's inside. Good pick up there by R.J. Magnette. Ball 2. Bases are full of South Sevier Rams. They trail by 1 with the tying run 90 feet away. That's Keegan Heath. Third base. Canyon Okerlund at the plate with a 2-1 count. Ryan East about to deliver. Ball's in the dirt, gets away. And just enough to score the run.
Yeah, that's one of those that you're not going to see very often, but that ball just, 56-footer in the dirt, and RJ tried to scoop it, and it bounced up and away, and it allows everybody to move up 90 feet, and South Sevier now with the big 5 runs so far in this 6th inning ties the game 8-8.
Including the go-ahead run right there at third base, and yeah, that's R.J. Magnette did everything right. Got out there, got his body on the ball, but that ball come up and come off of his chest protector and up into the screen. There's the pitch for a called strike 2.
Yeah, that's the pitch right there. If you're Canyon Okerlund, if you were looking for one, that was probably the pitch, but you got to look for it again right here with the 3-2 count.
Nope, that stays down in. Looks like a kind of a slider that he's throwing there that misses.
Yeah, and Coach Fox is going to come out and make a change. So South Sevier's done what they needed to do to tie it up. It's by far, from over, but I'm sure they'd love to get them the lead and then go out with the top of the 7th having a lead.
Yep, 5 runs in the inning to tie things up 8-8. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
pitcher for the Cowboys is number 8, Alex Baird. Designated hitter number 4, Tyson Robb.
All right, so it's Maddox Baird pitching, McQuivy in left field, Ryan East at first base. The hitter is Tyson Robb with the bases loaded. 2 outs, first pitch, the ball.
Yeah, and that just barely missed Robb on that left shoulder. I thought almost caught his jersey.
Got to wear that one for the team.
Yeah, that gives you the go-ahead run.
Here's the 1-0. He wore that one. That's going to score a run. So the 6th run on the hit by pitch.
And that's going to bring up Hagen Morrell, who really kind of got this inning going with the big triple.
So it's a 9-8 ball game now. South Sevier up by 1. Next pitch is up. Ball 1 to Hagen Morrell. Kind of show discussed there by R.J. Mognet on that one, or not. Maybe disappointment would be the better term. The 0-1 on the way. In the dirt. Well, the wheels have come off for the Kanab Cowboys in this one. But we talked about it.
They were cruising. I mean, 8-0, and then Southsburg matches them for 3, and we talked about it and knew, but how quickly they can score. And Coach Fox coming out to talk right now, just kind of settle everybody down.
Yeah, he's gonna make another change. So we'll be back here after we figure out what's going on here at the 2A State Baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Play coverage of local high school sports.
KSBC.
Okay, well, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. Short fuse for Coach Mason Fox on that one. Maddox Baird couldn't find the strike zone, so they going to swap Cale Glover and Maddox Baird. Cale Glover's the new pitcher. Maddox Baird will go to third, and we finally figured out Bracken McQuivey's out in left field. So I'm not sure if that was from the switch 2 times ago or just now, but I think we've got the defense lined out for you here. The new pitcher is, in fact, Cale Glover, number 11. He's going to face number 9 hitter, Hagen Morrell, who has a 2-ball count on him. So, going to change horses in the middle of the stream on this one.
Yeah, and, just Coach Fox didn't like what he saw. He come in through 4 straight balls. He almost hit Rob. Then he did hit Rob, and then 2 balls here to start the count. So on Hagen Morrell.
That's a tough spot to come into, in this kind of an inning, that they've already put up 6 runs. And so the 2-0 count. First pitch from Cale Glover. That's up. Ball 3. Bases are still loaded, so walk is a run. I think the take signal is on here.
Yeah, the whole team put it on him.
That's too bad, too, because that's the kind of pitch that Hagen Morrell likes down on the inside portion of the plate there.
And good job of Glover not just giving in and walking him ball 4, because you can't afford to give up any more runs. And so he comes in there with the strike.
But then walks him on the next pitch. So 7 runs across in the inning. And the bases are still loaded.
Yeah.
Full of South Sevier Rams. That's going to get us back to the top of the order with Riley Barney.
Yeah, Barney's 3 for 4. He's got 2 singles and a triple and 1 RBI.
And 2 runs scored. Chance here to do some big stuff. Here's the pitch from Cale Glover. Right down the middle. Strike 1. So the 0-1's on its way. It's in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, Barney did a nice job right there, too. The ball in the dirt. He's putting up his hand, letting the runner there at third base know that's Canyon Okerlund, that the ball didn't get by, stay put.
Well, needless to say, folks, that what time is the next baseball game scheduled for 1:30? It's not going to start at 1:30. We didn't start at 11, but this has been almost 2.5 hours now. Next pitch is in the dirt.
Yeah, and Magnette, same thing, working really hard back there, doing a good job, just keeping the ball in front. Another pass ball, even though it's a short backstop. If you get coming down the line, get your momentum going forward, you're probably going to score. Yeah, 3-1, you're probably giving Barney the take right here. Once again, because, even if it's a strike, it's full count, and everybody's moving, and then you're ready to swing. But the chance to get one more insurance run would be huge for South Sevier.
That's in the dirt, made it easy. Base on balls is going to score a run. That's the 8th run in the inning, and it's still going to leave the bases full of South Sevier Rams with Ridge Tebbs coming to the plate. Ridge is 0 for 3 in the ball game with a walk and a run scored. First pitch from Cale Glover on the way. Outside, R.J. Magnette does another good job. He's going to go out and talk to the young pitcher.
Yeah, and this is where Kanab just really struggling after they've switched and had to go from Bone to East to Baird, now to Glover, just struggling to kind of throw the ball over the plate, throw strikes.
Yeah, Kanab came into the inning leading 8-3. Now find themselves down 11-8. Chance for it to get worse. Another one in the dirt. Boy, the wheels have just come off the pitching staff for the Kanab Cowboys.
Yeah, they really have, but at the same time, South Sevier was still out hitting, Kanab for most of that, but in the run department, Kanab was putting up more runs, had those key hits.
There's one that finally had a kind of a thank you swing at that one, but Ridge Tebbs has been known to be a little bit anxious, but want to do something big here. Base hit, probably going to score 2. Here's the pitch. There's a little that just skied. That's going to stay fair. Route number 3 on the F7. But South Sevier scores 8 runs. I showed on 4 hits. No errors and 3 runners left on base. So at the end of 6 full innings, it's 11-8. South Sevier will be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
We sell more, so you pay less. Jorgensen Automotive Group, the #1 volume dealer in San Pete and Sevier counties. And we ain't just whistling Dixie. It's a matter of fact. You don't get to be #1 without having great deals on great cars, paying top dollar on trades, and taking great care of your customers. So that's all we do, all day long. Jorgensen Automotive Group, the #1 volume dealer in San Pete and Sevier counties. There's only one #1.
Harmon Tire in Nephi is proud to sponsor this broadcast of high school sports and wants to wish the Juavois good luck. Harmon Tire, 895 North Main in Nephi, has been a family-owned business since 1973, providing Nephi and the surrounding areas with exceptional service for over 40 years. Harmon Tire specializes in tires, alignments, brakes, steering, suspension, wheels, shocks, struts, and more. Stop by Harmon Tire on Main Street in Nephi or give them a call at 435-623-0720. That's Harmon Tire in Nephi. Go Wasps!
Your connection for high school sports.
KSBC.
Okay, well, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson back here. Brace Brindley came into the ball game last inning to try and put the handcuffs on the Kanab Cowboys. He did a great job. His team turned around and rewarded him with 8 runs in their half of the 6th inning to put him on record to, right now, the pitch of record would give him the win.
Yeah, and he's come in and done a nice job. One thing that I've liked about it is he's kept the ball down. He's mixed up his pitches, and, he's just challenged the Kanab hitters.
So Kanab, in their half of the top half here of the inning, the 7th inning, are going to have to come up with at least 3 runs to extend this ball game. Going to do it with number 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Maddox Baird, Waylon White, and Cale Glover. Maddox Baird digging in. First pitch, strike 1 from Brace Brindley. Brace ready to deal. He gets the ball and he's ready to come. Here's the pitch. Curveballs. Slapped at by Maddox Baird. Foul back here. Foul. Strike 2. 0-2. The 0-2 is on its way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Maddox Baird goes down swinging for out number 1.
Yeah, Brace Brindley looks pretty good. Baird's frustrated right there, and that might have been partly because of that last inning defensively and everything else. But Brindley, he looks confident on the mound.
Yes, he does. Doing a good job. Brace Brindley, like I said, here's the pitch. Upstairs to Waylon Wyatt for ball 1. But yeah, Brace Brindley came in. He's looking sharp. He likes to get that baseball and go to work. If you're in defense back behind him, you like that. Yeah. Pitch gets to the outside corner.
Yeah, just like that, though. He steps up there, takes a deep breath. He's got a lot of confidence and just throws it in there and says, here it is.
There it is. Hit out towards the second baseman. We're going to have to hurry. Nope, we call him safe. But then they're going to have to hurry. I think that was the right call myself.
I don't know. It was a bing play, and I think Coach Baker's asking, and he's sending him saying, no, stay in the dugout. But, you've got to just almost cheat in a step or two when you have Waylon White up on anything on the infield. Yep. Because you've got to get the ball that much quicker.
Yeah, I thought Ryler just a little bit nonchalant on the throw, and I think it cost him. Pitch is outside to Cale Glover for ball 1. Quick turn of events here. 11-8 now in favor of the South Sevier Rams. Waylon White on first base. Ball 2 to Cale Glover.
Yeah, and Glover's done a nice job at shortstop, third base, now come in to pitch. But his last time up, he had a double and an RBI.
So, 2 balls to Cale. Here's the pitch. Brandon, that's up for ball 3.
Yeah, and I would imagine, obviously you need 3 runs, but I would think you'd probably see White just take off. It takes the force off, and he's got good enough speed. probably not going to throw him out.
Ball 4. So, runners first and second now for the Cowboys. They're not giving up. That brings up Lane Sims. Lane Sims 2 for 3 in the ball game.
Yeah, he's had 2 singles and 2 RBIs off. Got 1 RBI off of each one of those singles, and those were clutch hits. Those were when they had 2 outs and needed an extra run, and he come up clutch for them.
Here's the first pitch to Lane Sims from right there, strike 1.
Yeah, and after 4 straight balls, then Brindley settles in with a nice pitch right there, right down the middle.
It's almost like he's going to say, let's keep this thing interesting, huh? Next pitch, curveball, stays up.
Yeah, pretty good movement on that curveball. Pretty good break. Kind of some late breaking action on it, but it did stay up. Evens the count 1-1.
Brace Brindley looking in the dugout after that one. He wanted that pitch. There's got Sims to go at the high one.
You know, we've seen that too, Willie, throughout the game. South Sevier's hitters became more patient. They stayed off the high pitch, and Kanab with the big early lead and whatever else, they've kind of reversed that, and they started swinging that high pitch.
Turn it around. It's been the Achilles heel for the offensive team today. That
really has.
Fouled off to the right-hand side to stay alive. Yep, we had both teams at different points in the ball game going to that high one. It looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter if we get that far. That curveball stays up.
Yeah, and Brace right now, he's thrown some really good ones, but he's just kind of been a little bit erratic here so far in this inning with that curveball. I would imagine Sims is going to see a fastball.
He does, and he hits it past the pulled-in shortstop. That's going to score a run. So Waylon Wright scores from first, or from second. Glover moves to second, and Lane Sims has got him a RBI single.
Yeah, that's his 3rd RBI single. You know, just done a really good job and just been clutch with that. But Coach Baker going to go out to talk, and I believe he's going to make a change here. He wants to end any kind of Kanab rally that's going on right now, as they have the tying run on first base and the go-ahead run coming to the plate.
Well, while we make the pitch and change, we'll get a word from our sponsors. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora have a non-stop tractor workhorse, just what you need for a non-stop world. Power Star tractors from New Holland provide unprecedented power, comfort, and performance in a utility tractor so you can tackle grounds, municipal or farm tasks with ease. Choose from 6 models from 64 to 117 engine horsepower with an open-air ROPS platform or spacious Vision View cab. Learn more about the Power Star family of tractors. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today.
Come find your trail in Utah's Trail Country.
Here in Sevier County, we have a trail for everyone, from hiking to biking to rafting and more.
Hike to 100 Hands Cave and stay overnight in a pit house at the Fremont Indian State Park.
Or kill it on the Kilnet Trail, part of our new mountain bike trail system above Richfield.
Raft the rapids past the Big Rock Candy Mountain.
Or fish your heart out at Fish Lake.
Whatever it may be, we have a trail for you.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Utah's Trail Country and come find your trail in Sevier County.
We've been spending a lot more time in our homes and with our families. This creates wear and tear on our floors. One solution to your flooring dilemmas is luxury vinyl plank flooring from Shepherd's Carpets. Hi, I'm Teresa from Shepherd's Carpets and Flooring to let you know that we carry high quality vinyl plank flooring. The flooring is waterproof and is affordable for your home. Only at Shepherd's Carpets in Spanish Fork and Richfield will you be able to get the quality flooring at a great price and help and advice to install it, or use our expert installers to do it for you.
Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports.
KSBC.
Okay, Willie Akers, Nolan Anderson. We're back here at Gates Field, Kearns High School, 2A state baseball. 11-9 ball game in favor of the South Sevier Rams. The new pitcher for South Sevier is going to be number 11, Stockton Roberts. He's going to face a pinch hitter, Jaden Holder. We're going to hit from the left-hand side. Big kid, looked like he have a little pop in his bat.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those that for Kanab, if he's got some pop, you have a chance to come bring him in, and he gets a hold of one. He can take the lead right back for you. And on the other side of that, South Sevier choosing to go to Stockton Roberts to try to come and finish this ball game off and get the win for the South Sevier Rams.
So that sets it up. It's 11-9. We got runners at first and second. We have just the one out. Jaden Roberts, the pinch hitter, is going to face Stockton Roberts. Here's the first pitch. Catch the corner for strike one.
A really good pitch right there, and that's what you want, first pitch strike. And nice job that time, too. Peyton Ingram doing a nice job just catching that and framing it there on the outside part of the plate.
Another one on the outside corner had Jaden swinging over the top of that one. Yeah, the other thing that does, keeping it there on the outside. If he tries to pull that one like he does, probably going to hit a weak ground ball somewhere, could turn two.
Yeah, and I think at this point you move 6 to 12 inches off the plate and see if he'll chase something away as he swung at that last one.
And that's where Peyton Ingram's leaning. Oh, that gets by. The runners are going to advance. So that puts the tying run at second base.
Yeah, and that's one that just Ingram's got to catch that.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, got a little nonchalant there on that one, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and it right off the glove and through the legs, and that advances both runners now. So Kanab, you got to feel pretty good if you're Kanab. You got your tying run at second base.
Takes off the possible double play. Woo! That one they say missed. 2-2.
Yeah, it was a really good pitch. That's a tough one to lay off of with two strikes.
So it's 2-2 count. Two runners on, second and third. Nothing's fouled off. Comes right back. Oh. Kenyon Oakland almost had an unassisted put out there on the foul ball. So they're going to have a look at that baseball after it ricocheted off the concrete top of the ceiling here, the roof down the third baseline.
Yeah, and if you look at the outfield, I'm a little bit surprised, but in right field they're not playing real deep, kind of fairly, I guess just straight up, but and really playing that right field line. Everyone else pretty much straight away as well.
Ball three, that's going to make the count full. Here's the payoff pitch. Oh, walking. So that's going to load the bases up. Could be good and bad for the South Sevier Rams. It does put the force play on.
The one thing it does is it gets you one batter closer to seeing R.J. Magnet, which if you're South Sevier, you don't want to see him.
No, that's for sure.
And Kanab definitely wants to try to get him up to the plate.
They want to see that happen right here with Jackson Riddle, and they like to have that. Maybe something to the pitcher, home to first. That's up, though. Ball one. You want to get the one out, though, even if they have to give up the run. Drops that curveball in there for strike one. Evens count 1-1. Top of the seventh, 11-9. Now, but the bases loaded, one out. Outside, the umpire says for ball two. Jackson Riddle at the plate. 1 for 3 in the ball game. There's one going to catch the corner. It's going to even things up, 2-2. I think Jackson had the take sign on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's the 2-2. That's hit to the left fielder. That's going to score a run. It will be deep enough to score the run. On the F7. To make it a one-run ball game. The other runners have to hold.
Yeah, and R.J. Magnet, he flew out to center field.
I think they're going to appeal.
Had a 2-run homer his second time up. He got the backwards K, and then he had a double.
Yep, they're going to put him on. Intentional base on balls.
Yeah, and I'm not sure I agree with that, to be honest. I know he's hit a home run and a double, but now you put the go-ahead run in scoring position. So Griffin Bone, who's an excellent hitter himself, has 2 walks, flew out to right field and did ground out to shortstop, but a base hit, and now you're trailing by 1.
I agree with you 100% on that one. So we're going to have a pinch runner, number 2.
And that's what Mason Fox is doing. He's going to bring in some speed because he realizes, the tying run's 90 feet away, but the go-ahead run now at second base, if Bone comes up with a base hit, we're sending him all the way. They're going to have to throw him out at home plate.
Yeah, Mace Terry is going to run for Jaden Holder. Second base, so you get some speed out there for that go-ahead run. The thing is, Peyton, he can't nonchalant anything behind the plate here now.
No.
So, to Griffin Bone, the first pitch is up. It's hit good. I think that's going to hit right at Biggs North to close it out.
The move worked for Coach Baker. They'd rather see Bone, and it worked out as Stockton Roberts comes in relief and gets the outs that he needs, and South Sevier holds on to win this one 11-10.
Yeah, so the final in that 7th inning for the Kanab Cowboys. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. The final score here, 11-10. The South Sevier Rams will be back to close things out on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and V6 Media.
Smithfield Foods offers excellent career opportunities right here in our area. Great jobs in all phases of hog production, starting at $13 an hour. Certifications to $14.75 an hour in the first year. Other non-farm positions also available. Smithfield provides the full benefit package, including medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, paid time off, education reimbursement, and more. Come join the team. Visit smithfieldfoods.com/careers or call 435-387-6000. Smithfield, good food responsibly.
What's inside your kid? A teacher, an engineer, a musician, an accountant, a doctor, or maybe a scientist. Your kid has what it takes to excel and succeed, but they may not know it. You can help them unlock their potential and find out what's inside. Partner up with their teachers and coaches. Find out what you can do. Just something to think about. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
Tired of driving your old clunker? Sahara Motors is your local Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Travelong trailer dealer and one-stop shop for new and used vehicles. Family owned and operated, and all vehicles are sold at a price your wallet will appreciate. Stop in and ask Cody Winnie about 0% 72-month financing OAC and see why so many people choose to buy from Sahara Motors in Delta.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
Call Corey Sorensen in Richfield at 8.
Oh, yeah, baby.
You know, Mitch.
They love their Cougars.
Mitch Harper.
Welcome on in, Cougar Tracks podcast, powered by KSLSports.com. I'm your BY.